Welcome everybody, KD here with another stream, and we follow up the long Friday stream I made, and we go further with the combat simulation. So let me show you. I worked a little bit more on it. What I did now, we created all the abilities, set the abilities up, so I tried out a little bit with different numbers to how how does it change the combat, and I realized that it affects the combat quite a bit, because of this part here. This part does change the damage you do or you receive, and when we and this was at the beginning 1-to-1. And if you think about, because we made everything random now, I mean everything from the monster random, so we have range from 1 to 5. That means if everything is 1, we have 5 variables that come in from the enemy. If everything is 1, then we have a number of 5, and when we have everything 5, then we have a number of 25. This is a difference between 20. And if it's 1-to-1, that means you do 20 more damage or less damage. If we have a health of 100, this is a lot, and it's maybe too much. So I changed that. So I changed this and divided it to 10, so it's not 1-to-1, it's 1 to 10. So that means it only affects when the input that comes from the attacker is to the input that has the defender is higher than 10. From there on, it affects it. So the idea is that the problem is just really at the beginning. If your character is low level, has low attribute level, and so on, then the effect is way too big, and we don't want to have a too massive effect at the beginning, and that the effect shows more later on. So I don't know if 10 is the right value. We will test this later on. I'm not sure if we test it today. Today is only a short stream, and I have planned something for today, but maybe we will do some tests today and see how it is if 10 is too less, because this also means if you go back to the 20 damage, what we need is a difference between an attribute difference between, for achieving this this 20, we need an attribute difference of 200, and if we divide this with the 5 attributes that go in, then that means we have one attribute difference of 40, and 40 level 40 difference is quite a lot, I guess, but I'm not too sure yet. That's really something we have to test more absolutely with higher levels, how much the effect is in higher levels, because in higher levels maybe the difference is higher, but because the characters are stronger, the difference is not doesn't matter so much. The other thing is that as long as the enemy and the player have a similar level, the idea is that the effect should be almost nothing. Not nothing, but just less. Than when we have a strong player, then we should see more stronger effect. But that's something we have to test with different variables and so on. So what I want to do today is going further with the character, with some of the character states. What I want to do now is adding HP and energy. I think that's the main thing. There's something else I have here in my attribute list. So as example, strength gives us more energy, defense gives us more HP, a lot more HP. And I want to set this up. There are a couple of other things. Let me see. Kind of feeling I forget something, but maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, the recovery time, but that's something we have to calculate with every attack, actually. Or maybe we do this today too, the recovery time. I actually wrote everything down here. Attributes effect, HP, energy, recovering time, miss recovering time. Yeah, that's all. So first we set up the for sure the HP and the energy. And that's also something I'm not sure how much effect the attribute should have on the HP and the energy. That's something I'm not sure of. So I will do it first 1-to-1. That means when an attribute has energy plus 1, that means plus 1 energy. If we have not attribute level of 1, then that means plus 1. If you have an attribute level of 10, that means plus 10. If you have plus plus, it means 2 times that. So if you have an attribute level of 1, 2, plus 2 HP. If you have an attribute level of 10, 20 HP plus. And then I will kind of see how much that affects the gameplay, if we go higher and so on. Yeah, so that's the thing today. At least the main thing today. Probably we'll do some tests, but really today I don't want to go too long, really an hour or so. So this is very specific again for the player character. So we take our main character Arwin. We'll just call this HP energy. Should know what we mean with that. Okay. We'll copy and paste our reference to our save file because we need it, because everything is saved. That's reference to something else. Here, there's our, sorry, need you back. u shall be duplicated. So first thing we want to do is set the HP, and that's the HP max that we set. And here, so if we look at here, we have here placeholders for strength and so on. So what does that mean? It means that we have a standard attribute that is for the character. That's here for this example it's 10. You see here default value, and as we progress this will be a higher number, but here we will get additional stuff in it, like maybe accessoire that gives attribute bonus to strength or something like that. Other equipment, maybe the weapon itself gives us a bonus and things like that. Or we have, I don't know, we use a support ability that pushes our strength up and just things like that. Will all go in here. So what that means is we don't want to use our saved strength. We want to use our placeholder for that, so the complete thing. I mean, right now it's the same because we don't calculate in anything else, but in the end we will need our placeholder. So what I'm wondering right now, to be honest, is maybe we have to save this. Our placeholder, maybe this should also be in the save file. Because it affects the HP and the energy. Otherwise, that's a nuisance. Yeah, we will see. I'm not too sure yet. That's something I have to test out, but probably we have to put it in. But that's something I will change probably outside of stream or in another stream if this is the case. Yeah, the problem is if we don't save it, we have to every time we start a new map to calculate it again, and yeah, maybe we can go kind of around it. Maybe we can find a way around it, but probably the best bet is to put it also into the save file. But for now, yeah, that's no problem because we will use all these placeholders. So let me get energy max. Set the two variables we will set. That's not really bad. I mean, in the test version it won't change because this strength is the placeholder strength. Or maybe we will even see the effect there. That's the problem. Yeah. That's problematic. Back in a second. Sorry, but Okay, I'm really sorry about that. That was of course not planned. Anyway, let's move on. You have to do it, otherwise we'll set this up and then I have to redo it. It's better to have this one here, the placeholders in the safe, because we will change the map multiple times and then we will always change the maximum HP, and this will maybe affect also the normal HP depending on how much you have. If you are full and then it resets and sets new, then we have a different HP amount. I mean, if the effect is like 20 HP, then you suddenly have 20 HP less, because it reset the maximum to a lower count and set it up again, and we can't have higher HP than HP max. So I have to, I won't change this part here. I will just create variables in the save file and then add it here. So save to slot blueprint ROV attributes. I think we can HP max strength from here on. So I will just duplicate this and call this max. That's okay. Yeah. This may take a moment. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Again, the stream I'm not 100% prepared, but sometimes there's just things that you don't see coming, like this one here. I mean, the mistake I made this before. Where was I? Gosh. I mean, the mistake was that I didn't think, when I set this up, I didn't think about the problems that could come when I don't save it in here. Yeah. So it should not take too long, but so the good thing with copying this is now we also copy the default value, so I don't have to change that, at least for now. Maybe for the if we come to some simulation today. Then maybe we'll play around with the numbers a little bit, and then we will probably play around with the no, we can't play around with the max number because I didn't set the rest up. Almost done. The final two. So I have to see how much I have to change because of this. It's probably a couple of things. Okay, let's compile this. Save. Let's go to character progression. So of course I have to change all these variables and this one here too. That's pain in the ass. Also here character state states. That's this one in here. Okay. So let's go to this one here. So I will add here a plus integer, and the first number will be 100. That's our main input. I mean, maybe I will change this, but we'll see. Here is the same, plus 100. And yeah, now we go to what this one, sorry, attribute list, and here we go take a look at our how the attributes affect everything. So strength will energy plus 1 time, so strength max move this a little bit back. And because it's 1 time, we just put it in. So now it will be 110 instead of 100. So everything will go, so we have enough space. And then defense is HP. However, 2 times. That means because this is 10 now, we have 120 HP. We look further into our attribute list. So this is okay. Speed has no effect. Agility, courage, health plus. So we set here courage and the maximum. So now we already are on 130. We look further. Here's now energy recovery. That's something completely else. Energy will recover over time, and this is also an amount. And how fast it will recover again depend on some attributes, and yeah, that's something that comes later. We have to set up later. Composure, muscle memory, stamina, energy plus plus. I think 1-1 is probably okay, because we are pretty fast on the progression. And there won't be any classical leveling with getting XP and then certain amount of XP into, and a certain amount of XP will higher the level, and then with a higher level we will get more HP. That won't happen. So every change will be through attribute change, except there's maybe, I don't know, an equipment or something that gives a health boost or something like that, or maybe an ability or anything like that that can change this and has an effect on this stuff. That's a possibility, but otherwise everything will depend on the attribute level, how much HP and energy you have. So it has quite some effect, but for now it seems 1-1 is already does quite a lot, but it's difficult to say. This is also something I have to test with higher numbers then. Cleverness, intelligence, resistance F plus. Okay. Yeah, okay. I mean, it's even plus plus. So we see in the end how many. Will affect our HP and energy, and then this will give us a first indicator if it's enough 1-to-1 or if we have to do something else. And then we have spirit. Spirit does affect both, but only one time. That's this one here. Confidence, no. Willpower, no. Technique, no. 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 Control, no. 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 Endurance and energy. And intimidation half. Then we're actually already finished. This one is oh, sorry. Hmm. Maybe we do endurance 2 times for energy. Let's also go through the attributes one more time to see if maybe you wanna add some. So strength does to energy, defense to HP. Speed, no effect, and that's probably okay. Agility, rush, dexterity. This could be something, maybe dexterity. Its energy usage is minus, so we could give this one energy plus. Let me wait with the endurance. Maybe this will be 2 times, so dexterity max. Put you down a little bit. Posture, energy recovery. Okay. Composer, posture, muscle memory. Stamina, knowledge, cleverness could be something that energy usage minus. Let's give this one here. Energy plus. So here we have now 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We add cleverness to it. Here confidence, willpower, luck, control. Yeah, I think we can keep it like this. And endurance, I would say, let's give this plus plus. Then we have on both sides 7 different attributes that have an effect. So when we now play this here, we don't see it. One moment. Put it in here, right? Borrowing states. this one here should happen at the beginning of the level somewhere. Event begin, load, actor spawn, reaction time, enemy level. I'm not even doing this, okay, at the moment. Well, that's the answer right, didn't work. We get reference. To character progression blueprint, get a copy, and now character states. And now when we play, yeah, we see quite a difference here. So we only changed HP max, we didn't change anything else. The normal HP is still on 100, so I have to think about how I wanna handle this. I could do in here another event. Not in here. In here, another event that restores HP and energy. That's something we kinda need. I think we even have to do it separately. The energy and the HP. Because there are situations where we only recover the energy. And then when we kind of sleep or anything like that, then we will recover everything. So we could do this as an event. Then it's already prepared, and just for our testing map we can set this event at the beginning, so we have the new amount of HP and so on already in effect. I guess I will do this here. Call this HP recovery. Or let's do this down. Where do I want tab? Yeah, the abilities will come later. It's okay. Let me think of it. No, it's okay. It's okay. So we copy paste this here. And get HP. Get HP. Get HP max and HP set the normal HP I will copy and paste the whole thing here. Or I don't know, not the whole thing, but at least this one here. This will be energy recovery. I probably will have to call this complete because there will be another, like I explained before, other energy recovery that will be over time. It just kind of looks the same. Then one more event. And let's call this party recovery. And here we put the other two events we just created. In here, and then in here we add this event. We just have to remember that this event is in it, because this is the default combat map. This is not the... I should maybe... yeah, maybe later on I will need a test. Test and default. This is the default combat map. And we don't want to always recover the HP and energy when we start a new combat. When we are out in the field, we will keep the damage we took from a battle into the next battle, and so on. So I'm kinda... so probably let's rename this for now. I mean, there will be probably more changes in this map, so first I just wanted to duplicate it, but because we do more changes, then we may forget something or so. So we'll call this for now test, for testing, and then I will do when we have the combat, the main structure of the combat, I will create from this one here, default version. And then the default version is just I'm forgetting the word I wanted to use. The default version is then from this. This will be kind of the layout for then every other map we will combat map we will have. But I guess that's better. So this will be party recovery, and of course I forgot to compile this. And save. So the ability levels may It's something I will do another time. Not today. So I have to see, maybe the ability levels will also affect the attributes. Some of the attributes, that's not sure yet. I mean, the attributes are very flexible number. I guess we get pretty fast into the hundreds, and we probably will even get into the thousands later on. And there are many things that can affect the attributes of our character, grow it or something. So we see the health is back, is full now, because we do this event at the beginning that recovers the HP and so on. So we do attack, and then we see effect 6. We probably almost don't see anything here. Yeah, maybe we have to at least for the testing, maybe we have to add some numbers to it. Let me wait. 7. But yeah, so I mean, we did 6 and 7. This is 13, so it would be over 10%, and that's definitely not 10% yet. You can see now with 6 we are on 19. We did 20 damage on him, and we see that our health is down less. Okay. So one more thing. I actually wanted to do today is event blueprint, enemy attributes, and we kind of want to do the same thing with the enemy here. So I have to see. Yeah. Let me take this. Let's just copy and paste this for now. Of course, we need the same layout. I'm wondering right now. Do we have in here the monster HP? Probably. Enemy. Yeah, here we have the HP. Okay, we also then have to set that. So is that, yeah, that's already defined by 1. Okay, that's great. There's just one thing. Let me see in here. Combat blueprint, enemy attribute, enemy level. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Let's do this. Instead of you, we want a reference to our combat blueprint, because enemy there is nothing really safe. And get copy, and this is HP max. Did I? Yeah. This is of course enemy 1. And then we have it. Okay. Let me see one not. Yeah. This HP max and energy max. Let's compile this. Yeah, that's okay. For 0, we take 100 here and 100 here. And now let's move this a little bit out of the way. Just want to know which numbers we need. And I think we need a little bit more space for this. Take HP max, get this one here, get copy. Then we get energy type 1. And fill this in. So we don't need that much more space actually. Well, yeah, it's okay. And that's what I now do for all the other attributes we have here. The same. So I will work a little bit longer on this. However, I'm not commenting anymore. I'm not feeling too well today, so I'm sorry a little bit about that. So I will put on some copyright-free music and that just work a little bit. Maybe I will also do the see how or at least start with changing my mistake I did before, changing all these numbers. So with that, I just say my goodbyes now if you don't want to see me just work with music on. So thank you for watching. I'm sorry this was a little bit confusing stream. But I hope what I wanted to do was clear. Now we have some more states here. So anyway, thank you for watching. If you want to keep watching, please do. Otherwise, please tune in for another stream. There will be definitely next week more streams coming. On Wednesday and Thursday will be the marathon streams that will be longer. We will do one more with the desert squirrel to finish his fur, and I probably will do some smaller streams and working more on the combat simulation. So thank you for watching.
我が敵を食らう。我が敵を食らう。
Okay, with that I will finish the stream completely for today. So I managed to correct what I did wrong. To not save the maximum amount of attribute points or attribute level in the save. So I fixed that. And yes, what else is there to say? So I will pick this up definitely next week, probably in a shorter stream, and now we can do more testing. I can cross something of my list here. Yeah. So we can do more testing with this then. Point 2 is not so important at the moment. Point 3. Yeah. The other points they're not that big points. This one here. So I definitely will add some of these points maybe next time. I have still 3 points I wrote down, and there will for sure come more. So what I kind of want to do next time is really going into testing. Testing different attribute levels, how this will affect. Having the player on a much higher level than the enemy, having the enemy on a much higher level than the player, having the same on the same level but just much higher levels. These things I want to test, and then I will probably also add the ability levels and play around a little bit with that, and yeah, that's for next time. And then we can with the ability level we also can start to add different types of attack, so mainly short range attacks and so on. And then yeah, play a little bit around with that, giving the enemy different types of attack and playing around with that. Maybe this could be something I'm not sure next week. Next week it's program is quite full, but something what we also can do now is kind of, instead of our placeholder characters, bring in um, the sandworm, give him animations, and then we can get this step further from the simulation to what the demo will be. Adding some animations, see how the time difference, how fast the animations have to be, and so on, and get a better feeling for that. So there is still a lot to do. There's still a lot of smaller things missing. With the reaction time, that's one of the points we have to think about that, and so on. But anyway, for today I will stop here. I'm sorry that today was maybe I'm not perfectly fine right now, so this was maybe not the best stream. I'm sorry about that, but I'm happy we got a little bit forward. Like, like I said, I corrected some stuff, and yeah, from here on now we can just build further and further and further and further until we are satisfied with what we have with the combat. So thank you for watching. I hope you will tune in another time. See you.